Will it be funny if Toya is that new villain instead of Dabi? At least it will escape from the obvious answer. This is the kind of chapter that can't be rated until the picture is complete. Not only inserting a new random danger, but it was short, 13 pages to be precise. It's difficult to predetermine the outcome, though part of it is due to being optimistic. In short, I don't want to judge, but I have a bad feeling. The chapter begins with someone we don't know monologue his life with Endeavor. Based on the stripes off his shirt, we can easily assume it's a villain. He was inspired by Endeavor, but 7 years ago, he was apprehended by him. The only way to settle their feud is basically get revenge, and he has his eyes set on Natsu. I have a bad feeling about this direction, and I mean it in writing perspective. More on it later. As expected, there's no backstory behind Toya's incident. However, a key note is Natsu believes Endeavor killed him. That explains Natsu's anger when he brought Toya's name to the conversation in Pro Hero Arc. Also, they were close, but what sibling isn't? Perhaps it was a tragic accident that Endeavor may have some faults, but not completely as in first degree. No pun intended. If Dabi is Toya, which by the way, this knowledge boosts the credibility further, then you can say there's one big obstacle for redemption in store. I can't say he will turn good all of a sudden, but it will grant Endeavor another chance. The family dinner ends with a nice farewell. Endeavor takes the students to the car, but not without thanking Fuyumi for the dinner. Not necessarily because of the food, but to bring the warmth back to the family. Again, no pun intended. It's also nice to see her thanking Deku for being Shoto's friend. It's a simple yet welcoming moment for the family. The future looks bright, unless someone out of nowhere disrupts. Back in the car, Endeavor insists them to work on their school schedule in order to train more. Understandably so, considering the big day is approaching. Yet they still have no idea. I did chuckle at Bakugo sticking his head out because the car is too small. I'll keep that in mind for my future ride. The driver is eccentric like the world itself. I wonder if screaming is the new speaking. He's dumbstruck at Endeavor's reason to take the students, claiming that his position changed his approach. That's one way to look at it. Then trouble appears. The new villain has Natsu hostage. I don't know exactly what his quirk is, but it sort of resembles to Aizawa's scarf. The difference is, it can manipulate its form without hand movement. Basically, it has self-control. Endeavor recognizes him from 7 years ago. He goes by the name Ending. He looked up to him, but since he had nothing to protect, why not a villain route? It appears his quirk can be used for offense, like piercing through. At least that's how I see it with the arrow pointing at Natsu. Either Natsu dies, or he dies. Endeavor must make a choice. I can't say I'm a fan of this direction at the moment. It felt forced to include a villain, and whether his connection to Endeavor is strong or not, it would have been acceptable if it was a well-known character, like say Dabi. Funny because if it was Dabi instead, fans will go crazy. What we have is a new character for the sake of something. I don't want to think. This is the starting point for redemption. It's not to say Natsu will forgive him entirely, but it would be better than no progress, which would still irk me. If there's no progress even after being saved, then what's the point? I don't know how to feel about this direction until the picture is clear. Therefore, I can't rate this chapter. For now, it left me scratching my head, thinking why this has to happen. The worst thing that can happen is a villain essentially fix the problem for them, which would be ironic. I enjoyed the last bits of Family's Dinner. I liked the artwork. I thought it was solid. The ongoing trouble, however, made me raise my eyebrow. It lies on the outcome. And that would do it for the review. I hope you enjoyed this one. Really don't know what to expect from this. I mean, I probably do know, but I want to see how it flows before I make a judgment. Either way, I do have an odd feeling about it, but I hope there's a surprise behind it. So what do you think of this chapter? What sort of outcome you expect to happen? Share your thoughts in the comment section. If you like this and want more of this, subscribe to my channel, and my world will be yours to stay. Until next time, take care.